Welcome, everybody, to NBC Sports Radio, where we're going to be talking about the NBA stat leaders for next season. We're going to be giving predictions and takes. I'm Mitchell Bernstein alongside Zach Wolfson here today to talk some NBA stats. Now, we're going to be moving into the categories points, assists, three-pointers, rebounds, blocks, and steals. Let's start with our predictions for points. Now, Zach, who are you going to go with this season, for next season?
For next season, if he stays on the court, stays healthy, I'm going to go with Joel Embiid. If they do get rid of Ben Simmons in free agency, I think Joel Embiid and Tobias Harris will have a bigger role on that team, and they'll both score more points.
Well, for next season in points, I'm going to have to disagree with you. I really think that Bradley Beal is really going to have to pick up the slack next season. He wasn't really healthy this year, but Bradley Beal was able to average a league-leading 33 points a game. So I really think that Beal's going to be able to continue this pace next season. Now let's move on to assists. Now for my assist pick, I'm going to go with Russell Westbrook, who has been the leader in averages per game in assists, and he's multiple times been a leader in that statistic. Russell Westbrook has continued to average triple-double for the last 4 seasons, and I will not be surprised if he does it again. Do you differ?
No, I do not. I'm going to have to agree with you on this one. He is beating the whole league by at least 2 assists per game. There's no one beating him. He's getting older, but doesn't seem like he's regressing at all. He's still averaging that triple-double, and yeah.
Russell Westbrook continues to be an all-star and top player in the NBA. Now, speaking of all-stars in the top NBA, let's move to one of the top efficiency statistics in three-pointers made. Now, Zach, what's your take?
Oh, I think Curry's going to be next year 1,000%. When Clay's coming back, they're both going to get their time to shoot the three. They're obviously going to guard Clay, maybe double team sometimes, because everyone knows he's a great shooter, which is going to even leave Curry more wide open. And he's a great three-point shooter. He's shown that time and time again.
Definitely a great take. I'm going to have to disagree with you. I'm going to have to go with the most efficient shooter in the NBA from three-point range, Joe Harris. Joe Harris has continued to show his efficiency in the three-point contest and as well in actual games. He was able to shoot over 45% for the last 2 seasons, and he continues to show how prolific he is from that range. Now let's move on to the rebounding category, where last season we saw that Rudy Gobert was able to take that statistic. Now for this season, I really think that a player like Andre Drummond will be able to take back his spot. Andre Drummond in past seasons has been able to average over 13 rebounds a game multiple times, and I really think that Drummond in a system like the Lakers is going to definitely be able to find his role over the offseason. Do you agree?
No, I can't agree on that one. Andre Drummond, he looked unrealistic. He looked like he wasn't even there when he's on the Lakers. He was starting sometimes coming off the bench. He just can't get those rebounds like usual. Now, he did get traded mid-season to the Lakers, and hopefully the Lakers can put him into that role where he could get those rebounds. But I'm gonna have to go Clint Capella. He's a big body. He's a 7'1". He's a 7'1" beast. 270, grabs 14 rebounds a game, and he's just the best option.
Definitely a great rebounder in Clint Capella. Hopefully he's able to turn it up next season in Atlanta. Now let's move over to a category that was filled with shocking players in blocks. We were able to see players like Rudy Gobert also excel in that category. Now, Zach, is your take going to be very similar to last season, or is it going to be a new face or a role player?
I think it's going to be a new face and a role player. Nerlens Noel from the New York Knicks. He just was shy of Rudy Gobert. Rudy Gobert, 2.7 blocks a game. Nerlens Noel, 2.2. Now, the Knicks didn't start putting Nerlens Noel putting him into the rotation for the last 30 games-ish. If they do keep him in the game for the whole season, I think he could excel.
All right, everybody. If you guys want to make your takes and your opinions, call our phone number 555-999-777. Looks like already somebody's been tuning into our past shows as they are calling it. It looks like it is Noah Klarman from Jupiter, Florida.
Oh, hey, how's it going? I really love your show. Thank you for answering my call.
Thank you, Noah, for calling into our number system.
My question for you is, first off, I would like to say your takes are very interesting. I love all the statistical analysis that you provide when you make your points, and I want to know what you think about Mitchell Robinson as a potential blocks leader. The first 2 seasons of his career, he was able to average over 2.2 blocks per game in just under 22 minutes. So with him coming back from his injury, do you think he's a potential candidate to fill in for that blocks per game leader spot?
Zach, I'll let you take this one.
I do think that he could definitely be a top 3 pick. Now with that huge injury, coming off that injury, he should be able to average at least two blocks a game. But I don't know if he'll be 100% healthy, but he is a good option.
Thank you, Noah, again for the call. Remember, our number to call in and give your takes is 555-999-777. That is 555-999-777. Now, we're going to be moving into a big category that we saw switch back and forth throughout the season, steals. We saw players like TJ McConnell and Jimmy Butler step up in that category last season. Now, for steals, I really honestly think Jimmy Butler is going to continue to repeat this statistic over and over again and be that leader. Jimmy Butler, the defensive leader for the Miami Heat, has been great on the perimeter where he's been able to get most of his steals. Really, I don't think it's going to be any different. Butler has showed consistent defensive prowess and effort over the last few seasons. I really don't think that's going to change as he gets older. Zach, is your take different?
Yes, it is. Now, I'm going between 2 people. I don't think Jimmy Butler is going to have the same season that he has in the past. I'm going between TJ McConnell and Fred VanVleet, and I do think TJ McConnell is going to take this one. TJ McConnell showed that he is a solid role player for the Indiana Pacers. He was taken to the play. He took them to the play-in games. Obviously, he wasn't the leader with Sabonis, Brogdon, TJ Warren out with injury, Miles Turner, and he's always good. TJ McConnell could show that he will be a solid point guard coming off the bench for Malcolm Brogdon in this season.
TJ McConnell and Jimmy Butler, both the top 2 leaders in the statistical category of steals. TJ McConnell was kind of able to have a breakout season defensively. Definitely a take that could be the case here today. Now, once again, this is going to be it here for our statistical recap. Once again, I'm your host, Mitchell Bernstein, here with Zach Wolfson, and see you guys at the end of the season.